are red, violets are blue, aces are sweet, and so is the 2 on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. Thank you. That was a very good opening poem, Gene. I was wondering when someone was going to send in Roses Are Red, Violets Are Blue. That was sent in by Greg Larson of Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you, Greg. And now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, start loading in the cards, and we will meet our players on Card Sharks. Our champion, Nubar Zaytounian. Hey, Nubar. Won't you remind us about yourself?
Well, my name is Nubar Zaytounian. I was born and raised in Egypt. I own and operate a health food restaurant.
And you, in one money cards up there, won $7,600, right? You're a good champion. We are meeting our lovely challenger for the first time. This is Laurie Goss. Hi, Laurie. Laurie, isn't it? Laurie Goss, sorry. Laurie, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Laurie Goss from San Jacinto, California, and I'm a housewife and a mother, and I have a 3-month-old baby boy that my husband and I had at home.
Oh, no, wait, that what?
My husband and I had at home.
You had the baby at home? Was that
Yes.
on purpose or
Yes.
just in a hurry?
No, we had it planned.
You planned on it?
Yes.
Do you recommend that for other people?
Oh, definitely.
That's definitely togetherness.
Yes.
Good to have you here, Laurie.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to both of you. Laurie, you cut the cards before you went on the air. How did they
Yes.
feel to you? Feel lucky?
Yes, very.
Okay, let's get to the cards. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards, and they shuffled and cut them before we get on the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion Nubar. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger Laurie. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. Nubar, the question goes to you. We always start with the champion. And, you know, our man on the street has had some very tough assignments. Well, as a reward, we sent our man on the street to the Miss Nude USA Beauty Contest, where he asked 100 men in the audience, and these men were nudists, would you be here if the nude beauty contestants were men instead of women? How many men said they would be there anyway?
Well, I think women will be more fun. So I'd say it's going to be about 30.
30. 30 of them would show up anyway to watch men nudists, Laurie. Higher or lower?
Well, I'm going to go lower because I don't believe they want to watch a man nude.
Right. I'm with you, Laurie. Let's find out. If it is lower, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Nubar. The actual number of men who, if the nude beauty contestants were men instead of women, would attend anyway is 55. Not lower. Nubar. Wow. I don't know about those fellas, or they are dedicated nudists, one or the other. Nubar, we'll take a look at your base card. You start with a 6. You won the question. You have the right to change it if you like.
I think I'll change that card.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. You must play this one. It is a 7. Ooh, not a good change. Got to go with that.
Okay, the next card will be higher.
Higher than a 7? Yes,
All
to the
right.
queen. Remember, you can freeze at any time. Your decision.
Next one lower.
Risking that card in this one lower than a queen. It is
right.
a 9.
I'll freeze.
Now we'll freeze. We move the freeze bar over. We can't take those cards away from you. And, of course, you didn't make a mistake that kept Laurie away from her cards. Laurie, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever tried to impress a date by telling her you believed in woman's liberation when you were really a male chauvinist? How many bachelors admitted they had?
Well, I don't know if they really would admit it because I don't really think they could tell if the woman was a woman liber. And so I'm going to say it's quite low. I'm going to go 45.
45. What do you think, Nubar? Higher or lower?
Well, when male are chauvinists, I think there's no way they can hide. And they cannot lie. So I think it's going to be lower.
Lower than that.
Right.
The actual number of lying bachelors who have tried to impress a date by telling her he believed in woman's liberation when he was really a male chauvinist is 21. It's lower. Nubar. Yes. Now you can change that 9 if you like.
Let's change it.
And we change the 9 to a 10. Little better card.
Okay. Let's say it's going to be lower.
Lower than a 10. Oh, no, it's an 8. And you lose that card. It was a good thing you froze there before, Newbar. We can't take you back any further, but Laurie gets a chance to play a 5.
Okay.
You didn't win the question. You can't change it.
I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5?
All
yes,
right.
for the 9.
I'm going to freeze right there.
And we'll freeze, and Janice will fill in the space there for Newbar. And we go to question 3 to you, Newbar. We asked 100 senior citizens, if you were given the choice, which would you pick, $10 million or eternal youth? How many senior citizens said they would rather have eternal youth?
Well, most elderly people, they're very happy with their age. They've experienced a full life, hopefully. They'll have more chances to spend the money that's given to them. So I think most of them will say they'll take the money. I'll say about 74.
How many would rather have eternal youth?
No, I'll say about 24.
24 would rather have eternal youth. You figure
Right.
most of them would rather have the money.
Right.
They would know how to spend it. Huh?
That's sure.
Higher or lower, Laurie?
I'm going to go higher because I believe they want to do a little bit more in their life because there is more to do now.
Okay, let's find out. The actual number of senior citizens who would rather have eternal youth than $10 million is 62. Laurie, very much higher. Yeah, you're right about enjoying life, but it looks like they want to enjoy a lot more of it. Laurie, do you want to play that 9?
No, I would like to change it.
And we've
All
got a 3.
right.
Good card.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 3?
Oh!
Newbar, break for you to play off the 10 and call this.
Okay, let's say lower.
Lower than a 10.
All right.
No, it's a king. Could not advance. And we go to the 4th and final question. It is sudden death. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. Laurie, we stopped 100 people in the farmers market in Los Angeles and asked them, do you believe ghosts exist? How many people said yes, they believe in ghosts?
Well, with all the things happening nowadays, I believe quite a few people do, so I'll say 56.
56 believe in ghosts, Newbar. Higher or lower?
I think the number will be much, much lower. It's going
Lower.
to be lower than 56.
The actual number of people who believe in ghosts is 34. It's
Right.
lower. Newbar. Newbar, it is sudden death. You need 2 cards to win. Laurie needs 3. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I think I'm going to pass it.
All right, Laurie, you've got to turn them all over. One mistake, Newbar wins the game. You need 3 of them. Off the 3, call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It is
All
an
right. I'll go lower.
ace. Lower than an ace.
All
Yes, for
right.
the queen. 1 to go.
I'll go lower again.
If this is lower, Laurie wins the first game in the best 2 out of 3 match. If not, it belongs to Newbar. And she did it! 3 in a row. Game number 1, $100 to the challenger. You put her on the spot, Newbar. She was equal to it. We'll set up for game 2 right after we take time out for this commercial message. And Laurie Goss, our challenger, with a game and $100. We'll set up for game 2. Janice, the same 2 decks of cards. These are the next cards off the top of the deck. Newbar, the question to you. We asked 100 people, if you could embezzle $2 million with a guarantee that you would never be caught, but you could also never return to the United States, would you do it? How many people said they would embezzle the money even if they could never come home again?
Well, there are quite a few people that would like to have that money, and they wouldn't care where they would be. So I think the number will be pretty high. I'd say about 78.
78 people would embezzle the money even if they could never come home, Laurie.
Well, there's a lot of other nice places that people would like to live, so I'm going to go lower.
You say lower.
Right.
The actual number of people who would embezzle the $2 million is 28. Very much lower, Laurie. Wow. Well, it's nice to know that home means something to people, Laurie. Your base card is a
All
queen.
right. I'm going to go lower.
Keeping the queen lower. Yes, with a 10.
I'm going to go lower again.
Risking that. Lower than a 10.
All
It is a 4. Now, 2 cards to protect.
Higher.
Continuing higher than a 4. It is a 5. 1 to go, or you could
I'm
lose
going to
them
go
all.
all the way. I'm going to go higher.
You're going to go for it.
Yes.
If this is higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. She did it. 4 straight cards. Wow. Oh, those cards were right for you, Laurie.
Yes.
Newbar, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You're a great champion. You're leaving here with $7,600.
Thank you very much.
Newbar's a tune-in. Thank you, Newbar. Laurie, come on down here. Congratulations. That's a great win. You feel lucky with the money cards?
Oh, I sure do.
The money cards where she can win thousands will be coming up right after this. Don't go away. Good win. Our new mama is our new champion, Laurie.
Yes.
Are you ready to go?
Oh, yes, I am.
Good luck. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Laurie. Now, Laurie, you won $200 in the game. That's yours to keep. We've got a brand new deck of cards for you, all shuffled and cut. And we're going to give you new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line with $200 and these 3 cards. Bet them as you will. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50. Till you get to that top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money.
Okay.
Good luck, Laurie. We want
you
you to do it. Here's $200. And as in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level, and I am happy to say that now, when you move up to the second level, we are going to enable you to change your base card again. When you move up for the big bet, if you don't like the card you're playing with, you can change the base card again. And that should really help you. I'm very happy about that, Laurie, and I hope you're going to be the first person to benefit by it. Starting on the bottom line with this base card, it is a 10. Do you want it?
No, I'd like to change it.
Got to play this one, and we have a 7. Ooh, all right, not a good card, but we've got a ways to go. Be careful now, Laurie. You've got a 7, $200. What do you bet here?
Okay, I'm going to go $50 that the next card is higher.
All right, let's see if we can get a better card. $50 higher than a 7? No. Ooh, lower. Not a bad trade, though. You lose only $50. You've got a better card, the 4.
Okay, I'm going to go 100 that it's higher.
How much?
$100.
$100. $100 higher than a 4? Yes,
All right.
the queen, much higher. Now we're moving. You're up to $250, Laurie, with the queen.
I'm going to go the whole $250 that it's lower.
The whole thing. $250 lower than a queen. It is up to $500. We move the 6 up and add the other $200 of betting money. Laurie, you've got $700. Do you want that 6 or do you want to change it?
I'll change it.
Let's see if we can improve the 6.
Base card.
Oh, it's an 8.
Okay.
Changes haven't been too good, but you're doing well with the betting. With the 8 and $700, what do you want to do here?
I'm going to go $50 that the next card is lower.
$50 lower than an 8. No, king.
That's okay.
That's right. Again, for $50, you buy a king.
Okay. I'm going to go $500 that the next card is lower.
$500 lower than a king. Yes, and a 6. $11.50 and a 6, Laurie.
Oh, my. I'm going to go $350 that the next card is higher.
$350 bet higher than a 6.
All right.
9. And again, that great change, I think, might come into play right now because we move the 9 up. Laurie, do you want to play the 9 or change it?
I want to change it.
Now, you've had 2 bad changes. Let's make a good one. This time, oh, yeah, 4. Laurie, you must bet at least $750. You can bet more. You have $1,500 and a 4. What's your big bet?
I'm going to bet the whole thing that the next card is higher.
Come on, Laurie. You will have absolutely nothing or $3,000 if this is higher than a 4. Way to go, Laurie. Congratulations. Good job. Come on down. Wasn't it nice to change that base card at the top?
Yes.
We've got a good champion. We'll meet a new challenger right after this commercial message.
I was the last.
We're back with our champion. Laurie, again, our congratulations.
Thank
that was
you.
very nice. That was a nice thing to be able to change that base card when you get up to the big bet. That really helped a lot.
Yes.
But you bet it good. You're a good champion.
Thank you.
Laurie, time to defend that title now.
Yes.
Let's deal in the cards. 2 brand new decks of cards. And here's our next challenger on Card Sharks. Thelma Hennigan. Hello, Thelma. How are you? Good to have you here.
I'm in there. I'm ready to go.
You are?
Oh,
good.
I'm going to win.
Well, before you go, tell us about yourself.
Great. My name is Thelma Hennigan. I'm from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. I'm a chemistry high school teacher, and I'm 54 years old. And in our school this year, I was elected Mrs. Valentine.
Well, that's lovely. That is lovely. Good to have you here, Thelma.
Fine, fine.
I have a feeling you get a big kick out of life.
I really do. Every
hope-
day I wake up and I say, thank God I got another day to go.
That's the way to go. Hope you're going to have fun here with us.
Fine. I'm ready.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, Thelma. Laurie, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. We always start with a question for the champion, Laurie. We asked 100 women who support the women's liberation movement, which is more important to you, a career or a close romantic relationship? How many women's libbers said a career is more important to them?
Well, I believe that the women liber are really going for the jobs nowadays, and they want those high positions. So I'm going to say 65.
65 say the career is more important than romance, Thelma.
Jim, that's really a tough one. And I'm not a women's liber. I've got a darling husband.
Well, you can be a woman's liber, too.
No, I like to be handled, you know.
Okay.
I think I'll go a little lower.
You say
I think they'd like to be cuddled a little bit.
little cuddling's good.
Yeah,
Huh?
a little bit.
I'll drink to that, Thelma. All right. The actual number of women's libbers who said a career is more important to them than a close romantic relationship is 45. It's low.
I told you I'm
Everybody
gonna
likes a little romance. And Thelma, you start off with a 7. Do you want it?
I'd like to change that if I may.
And yes, you can. You won the question, and it becomes a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. Yes, with a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, she got a 6. Now, a couple of cards to protect. What are you going to do?
I think I'll play a little conservatively and say I'll freeze.
You'll freeze. Moving over the freeze bar. And a question to you, Thelma. We asked 100 men a ridiculous question. If you could make $1,000 for being in a television commercial, but you had to model a girdle for men, would you do it? How many men said they would model a girdle for $1,000?
I don't know. I'd do a couple things for $1,000. I'm going to go with about 40.
40.
Yeah, I think for $1,000 they might try it.
Would your husband try it?
Heck yeah, for $1,000 he'd try it.
Laurie, higher or lower?
I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to go higher.
You say higher than
Yeah,
that.
that $1,000 is important.
The actual number of men who for $1,000 would model a girdle on television is 70. It's higher, Laurie. Yes. And Laurie, your base card is a king as well. Wow.
Perfect. I'll go lower.
Lower than a king.
All
It is a
right.
7.
I'm going to be conservative, too, and I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze it.
She's putting a little
Laurie needs
pressure
3
on
cards.
me here
Thelma
now.
needs 2. And the question to you, Laurie. We asked 100 driving instructors. Did you pass your driving test the first time you took it? How many driving instructors admitted they had flunked the driving test the first time they took it?
Oh, that's a tough one. I didn't flunk mine. I passed it. I'm going to say that 17 flunked it.
17 driving instructors flunked their own test, Thelma.
Gee whiz, that's kind of a tough one, but I'm going to play the odds and go a little higher.
Say higher than that.
Yeah, I think so, Jim.
I'll find
I
out
gotta
as
go
you
with
do.
what I think here.
The actual number of driving instructors who admitted they flunked the driving test the first time they took it is 20. It's higher. Now, Thelma, you want that 6?
May I change that, Jim?
Yes, you can.
I'll change it.
Anytime you win the question, you can change it to a
Hot
jack.
dog. That's going. Okay, I'm going to say lower.
Lower than a jack. It is 3.
All the way and higher.
If it's higher for the first game of the match, it is the challenger wins the first game. 1-0 favor Thelma. Miss Valentine leads 1-0. We'll be right back right after this.
When you
Alrighty, let's get set up for game 2 now with the same 2 decks of cards and a question to you, Thelma. We asked 100 newlywed women, did you and your husband live together before you were married? How many newlywed women said they and their husband did live together before they were married?
Well, I'm happy to say I didn't, but from experience,
How many?
I don't really think too many do. I'm going to go with about 30.
30. Higher or lower, Laurie?
No, I'm going to go higher because
say
nowadays
higher.
they do.
The actual number of newlywed women who said they and their husband lived together before they were married is 49. It's higher, Laurie. Wow. Laurie, your base card in a game you need to tie is a king.
Great. I'll go lower.
Lower than a king. It is a 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes, with a 6.
I'm going to go, well, I think I'm going to go, and I'm going to go higher.
You're going to risk it higher than a 6. Yes, with a jack.
I'm going to go all the way, and I'm going to go lower.
To tie up the match lower than a jack. It is with a 5. 4 straight. Wow. We've got a tie. We'll play the tiebreaker when next we meet on Card Sharks. Bye-bye for now.
One of our polling groups will receive a Kelvinator microwave oven featuring temperature probes, 60-minute digital timer, energy-saving variable power slide selector, see-through window, buzzer signal and bell chime timer furnished by Kelvinator. And some of our contestants will receive Hamilton Beach's revolutionary new 2001 space-age electronic computer blender, touch controls for 16-speed selection, timer, digital readouts from Hamilton Beach Scoville, and Billy the Kid fashion coordinates for boys of all ages, from toddlers to teens. Billy the Kid boys wear available in all leading stores. And better drinking water with Culligan's new SuperGuard. Bigger capacity, more filtration. Enjoy better drinking from Culligan. And Town & Country tableware by Washington Forge. Beautiful Fleetwood handle to mirror bright stainless steel. Dishwasher safe from Washington Forge. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.